Hello, hello, and welcome back to Soulpreneur Scaling Stories. I'm super excited to talk to you today about something brand new, a new way of offering your services as a service provider. So, we are going to dive into how to create a premium offer when you kind of do everything or you don't quite know how to structure your offers and do it in a way where you're not losing income. You don't have to give up anything. Let's get into it. I'll explain further. So, we're going to talk about why picking a niche is out and the new way to easily call in premium clients. We're going to talk about the surprising truth about what makes an offer premium and has nothing to do with specialization or what you actually do. And then we're going to talk about how to package your diverse skills into something that clients eagerly pay higher rates for. So, when I talk to all of my service providers and my virtual assistants, my OBMs, things that I've discovered, all sorts of that, these are the patterns that I see. I see that a lot of people have been told that you need to specialize, but you're sitting there like, wait, I have a diverse skill set and I kind of enjoy what I'm doing. You get told to niche down, but this kind of creates worry for you. You're like, oh, am I going to get bored? Am I going to lose my income? Like, I'm a little bit nervous about this. And I see a lot of you who do amazing work across multiple different services, and you just really struggle to stand out. You don't know how to talk about your services because they are so varied. I see a lot of VAs and OBMs really feeling scattered and trying to market everything that they do and don't know how to market it cohesively so it automatically attracts clients. I see you guys watching other people charge premium rates and you're like, I haven't reached my income goals. Like, what's going on? And then finally, you know that you deliver great results, but you oftentimes struggle to justify your higher rates. So if you relate to any of that, let me know. I'm so interested because I hear that a lot. So let's dive into what is really going on here. So if you look back at your journey, most VAs, OBM, service providers start out by saying yes to everything. Like, you need to do this, great, I'll do it. And then from there, it can be a bit of a journey to know what to do now. So it seems logical at first, right? I mean, this is the pattern, this is what people do. You learn things, you get more skills, there are more opportunities, etc. And if you stay in this place and you don't ever move on from here, you do everything and anything, there are three major problems that come from this. One is that you become known for nothing. You become known for nothing aside from, oh, I do stuff, I do tasks, I'm available, rather than for your expertise. When you stay doing everything and anything, and clients see you as this lower level task doer rather than an expert solution provider. And then the third problem when you do anything and everything is that you stay stuck. You are stuck charging low hourly rates because your value is absolutely not clear. And so people are not going to pay premium rates for that. But here's the thing. If you're here and you're like, well, I don't know what to do from here, I have good news for you. You don't actually need to niche down into one super specific service to command premium rates. I know, take a sigh of relief. Don't worry, I will tell you what to do instead. The new way to easily call in premium clients is instead to have a clear framework. And this is the framework automatically positions you as someone who provides a transformation, somebody who is an expert. It makes you a premium service provider and not just someone who performs random tasks. I'm going to give you some examples, don't worry. So if we look at a sort of like run-of-the-mill VA, OBM service provider, they're often seen as just another pair of hands, they get things done, right? Common. But when you have a framework, you automatically transform from random task doer to strategic expert. Your framework is the bridge between your client's challenges and their desired transformation. And notice that I said transformation and not services. That is what premium clients happily invest in. They invest in the transformation that your framework clearly articulates that you provide. So a lot of service providers will focus on, oh, I do this service, I do this thing, and they totally ignore the transformation. And that's the key. This is the difference, and that's what your framework gets you. So let me give you a couple of examples. I'll give you an example of a VA framework, and I'll give you an example of an OBM framework. And these are specifically for service providers who do a lot of things. The same concept works if you do have narrower services. So don't worry about that. These examples are for people who do different things. So if we take the VA. So let's say Maria is a general VA and she does admin work, inbox management, she does social media, maybe she does some basic website updates. So a lot of various things. So previously, she would just say, yeah, I do things, I save you time, etc. And she was concerned, right? Because she's not sticking out. She's not standing out from the crowd. She's having a hard time getting clients because how do you compete on that? How do you stand out when you do the same thing as everybody else? She wasn't really interested in this point at narrowing down her services. So instead of narrowing down her services and really niching down, she created her framework, the CEO Support System Framework. And when she talks about this framework, it automatically positions her as an expert. It has clear outcomes. There are 3 phases, and I will tell you what those are. So in this example, phase 1 is an operations audit. So she's reviewing what's going on, the systems, what the bottlenecks are, and looking at what basic workflows in the business. And then in phase 2 is the systems optimization. And her systems, she focuses on our email management, calendar structuring, and task organizations. And then in phase 3, this is the growth support stage. This is where she focuses in on the social media management, website admin things, content scheduling, things to move the business forward. So can you see now how she is able to still offer multiple services, but now they're structured around an outcome? Her outcome is helping CEOs scale with seamless support. She is easily able to use this 3-phase framework, talk about the transformations at each phase, and attract premium clients because they see that she is strategic, they see that she is well thought out, they see the value she provides and the transformation she provides, instead of how they previously saw her as someone who just does admin and social media tasks. It makes such a huge difference. So let's take an OBM example. So with an OBM framework, let's say that Jessica is her OBM and she loves operations and all the typical OBM things. But also, she struggles to stand out because how do you stand out when you're just like, yes, I do operations, right? So her framework is called the Streamlined Success Method. Again, her framework has 3 phases. There's a clear flow. There's a transformation. It's very easy for her ideal client to visualize. So in phase 1, we have the operational clarity. So here is where she does a business assessment, priority mapping, goal alignment, getting everything ready and to go. In phase 2, it's her systems architecture phase. And this is where she designs workflows. It's where she coordinates the team. It's where she sets up the project management. And then in phase 3, this is the growth implementation. This is where we're doing KPI tracking, team training, scaling support, all sorts of good stuff like that. So she still is a comprehensive OBM, but now her framework makes her positioning clear. It makes her premium and it makes her look really valuable. So now she's able to attract clients easily. They are going to pay her premium rates because her framework automatically positions her as an expert who gives them a transformation. She didn't have to change one thing about her services. All she had to change was how she structured them and how she presented them to her ideal clients. So if you think about it, these premium clients who are happy to pay you, they're not the ones who just are focused on, I just want to get tasks done. These are clients who want outcomes. They want transformations. So when you are able to package up your skills into a framework where you can talk about the clear results that you deliver, now you're exponentially more valuable. Now you're automatically an expert. You're not just a task doer. So the real issue is not that you offer multiple services. It's not that you haven't niched down. It's that you haven't packaged up and positioned your offers strategically. Without a framework, you're essentially selling time and you're selling random tasks. With a framework, you are selling a transformation. And that's what calls in premium clients, and that's what demands higher rates. So when you have a framework, your diverse skills become an asset, not a liability. When you have a framework, your pricing reflects outcomes and not hours. When you have a framework, your marketing becomes focused without limiting your capabilities. And when you have a framework, your clients see the full value in working with you easily. So the key to charging premium rates is not necessarily niching down or specializing. It is in the structuring and the positioning. So when you have a framework, this is what changes. Instead of saying, I can help with everything, then it becomes, I have a proven system for optimizing your operations. Oh, right? You can feel the difference there. When you have a framework, instead of, I charge $50 an hour, it then becomes, I offer a comprehensive solution. And instead of, what do you need help with? I can do anything. It becomes, here's how my framework transforms your business. Do you not want to pay for that? Come on. So instead of selling random tasks, you're selling a complete solution. Instead of competing on availability with other service providers or not competing at all, you compete on methodology. And this automatically has you standing out. Instead of justifying your hourly rates, you showcase your transformation. And instead of chasing clients, you attract them through your unique approach. So can you see how having a framework would make your diverse skill set more valuable? Can you see how having a framework would attract premium clients without feeling the pressure to niche or specialize when you're not ready to do that? And can you see how having a framework would finally break this time for money trap that you're in? And finally, can you see how having a framework would create natural boundaries while maintaining flexibility? And it's so good. And because of this, if this resonates with you, I'm super excited to share with you my mini course, Framework Flow. I'm going to take a couple seconds to tell you all about it. So if you are ready to transform your scattered services into a premium framework like I have been talking about that attracts high-paying clients, this mini course is perfect for you. Inside of Framework Flow, you're going to create your signature framework that makes you the obvious choice. You are going to package up your diverse skills into one premium solution. You get step-by-step on everything. I guide you through every single step of this. You position yourself as the expert without limiting your services, and you attract higher clients. You attract clients who happily pay your higher rates. And finally, you transform your business from chaotic to peacefully profitable. And the exciting part is that this is a brand new. Normally it is $97, but now it is $27. It is on special. The price is going to triple soon, so you'll want to get in on that. So the link will be below. You want to hop in because honestly, it is absolutely amazing. It's going to change everything in your business. And if you have any questions, please feel free to hop into my DMs on Instagram. That link is below as well at Soulful Biz Coach Andrea. And I got you. I will answer all the questions that you have. And happy framework creating.